welcome to Dialogue. Today I'm here with Kristen Jones. Kristen attended college at the University of Texas. She went on to produce and act in the short film Off Trail, which won first place at the Short Online Film Festival and at the First Glance Film Festival. And from there, you went on to produce the independent film Evergreen. And Evergreen has been touring the festival circuit. It's gotten the Film Critics Award at the Houston Film Commission, and it's screening here at the Ojai Film Festival. So welcome, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
So I really loved this story. I mean, it resonated with me. Mm-hmm. It's an exploration of the dynamics of intimate relationships and how we bring to the table all of our fears and all of our preconceived notions of past relationships and how we self-sabotage. And I think it's such a universal theme. How did you find this story?
So the story actually started from our lead actor, Tanner Kalina, and one of the producers, Marshall Kistner. They created the story together based on past experiences and sort of the convenience of the location. Tanner Kalina was the one that actually had this incredible location of a secluded cabin on the western slope of Colorado, and they were brainstorming, what would be the story that you'd want to tell here? Well, that would be a story of being kind of alone, secluded with your significant other, and being forced to face your pasts and what you're most insecure about and what you question the most in your significant other. And from there, they created an outline. Then we got our director, Joe Duca, involved. He finished the script out, and we went out in December of 2017 and shot this movie that we didn't know would be, such a success.
We're here for the weekend, right? And sex is definitely off the table. So let's do this. Cut the pillow talk, get down to brass tacks. Dig deep. Ask any questions the other has to answer completely honestly. No second guessing, no hesitation, no judgment, just us. Just the parts you can't touch.
Nothing physical?
Nothing physical.
All right. I accept.
Excellent.
So what made you start smoking?
Since when do you have a problem with me smoking?
I never said I have a problem with you smoking. I said, when did you start smoking?
I don't know.
The point of the game is to answer questions, Gina.
I know, Paul.
You guys shot in the snow.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine all the kinds of winter wonderland obstacles that you had to overcome. Tell me some of the stories on set.
Oh my
about
gosh,
that.
so many. First of all, we drove from Los Angeles, California, all the way to Meeker, Colorado, which took 2 days. We had an entirely different amount of people drive in from Austin, Texas. So we came in from all different parts of the country. And getting there, we had an Avon truck with all of our rental gear, driven by Marshall Kistner and one of our other producers, Justin Graver. Apparently, when they drove in, it had snowed that night. It was so icy, they had to floor the van and try to get it over a hill, which they did. They made it safely. We all made it safely.
It's like a 10-ton too, so it's just insane.
It was a gamble, but it was totally worth it. One of the nights we had the camera freeze because it was in these harsh winter climates.
Yeah.
But also on the flip side, we had incredible opportunities to shoot things outside when the snow was falling that we didn't originally plan to shoot outside.
Gina, you gotta mean it. This whole marriage thing, this kids till death do us part.
I know.
You can't do it because it's convenient, or you think it's what you're supposed to be doing, or it's some sort of identity thing.
I know.
You need to be sure. Are
I
you
know.
sure?
Dylan, I know. I don't need you to be the one to tell me that anymore. You can't keep being defined by the past. That's not who I am anymore. I'm happy. Dylan. I am. And you can't be here anymore.
So it was a give and take. It was a blessing and a curse, but I think it really added to the value of our film and made it that much more exciting to be there filming this movie.
Yeah, I mean, the setting was so beautiful.
Yeah.
That cabin was great.
Oh, it was amazing.
And, you know, there was really just 2 primary actors that carried the entirety of the movie. And so keeping the momentum going with only 2 actors and that emotional range that, you know, they had to display was fantastic, from that sort of initial we're madly in love to, oh my gosh, I'm alone with this person, and facing your own demons and really diving deep into that. And so some of the scenes that you talked about outside were so beautiful. I mean, just the photography was gorgeous.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a testament to our actors. They rehearsed for months previous to when we actually made the trek out to Colorado. They went on first dates. They had, you know, actual experiences to pull from when they were shooting the film.
Right. That's great.
It was a really incredible experience.
Yeah, that's wonderful. The 2 people that were in the relationship were not based on true life stories, just sort of an amalgamation of...
Yeah, each, our lead actress, Amanda Maddox, and lead actor, Tanner Kalina, they brought stories from their own personal lives into building the pasts of their characters. We wanted the movie to be kind of like a Duplassian movie where you can bring, you know, what you have in your previous life and kind of improvise based on what you feel in the moment, and they both did that incredibly. And
I was going to ask you that, if they did a lot of improvisation.
They did.
Yeah.
I mean, also they really nailed it. They knew their lines, but you know, in certain takes we just kind of let it ride and see what they would, you know, discover. And there's actually a fight scene in the middle of the film that we shot entirely in one take because the 2 just knew their lines and they had this incredible past to pull from.
Gina, this was your game. I've been completely straight with you. I don't know why you can't be straight with me.
Because I don't know what you're asking.
Why did you end things with Dylan?
You know why. I've told you everything that matters.
He's just so like you.
Come on, Paulie.
No, don't call me Paulie, please. It's fucking condescending.
Since when do you have a problem with me calling you Paulie?
Since always. I'm not your
Well,
little
I
kid.
didn't know that. You've never told me that before.
I'm not your kid.
I know you're not my kid. I don't treat you like a kid.
Yeah, you do, though. You do. You dismiss anything that's not a part of your agenda. You throw away anything about me, my beliefs, my preferences.
Oh my God! I leave a dish in the sink. That's
It's not
the problem.
about the dishes,
That is
Gina.
the problem.
It's
I'm
about
sorry, to say that's
respect.
earth-shattering. Oh, it's about respect, of course. I forgot. Dr. Paul Owen will be giving his lecture series on respect. Everyone gather around. It's a good one. I've heard it before.
See?
Don't slow clap me.
And
To
their
not have.
chemistry was just amazing. There's the one scene where I really saw the female lead let him in, and instead of carrying the facade and trying to be the perfect person, was when she finally reveals her own history, and when she talks about how she was in a relationship with a married man, and just the look on her face and the shame that she felt, it was just so raw, and it was just so brilliant. So they just did an amazing job.
Just answer the question, please.
condescending you.
Just answer the question.
What is the
please.
question?
Why did you end things with Dylan?
Because he was married. Fuck.
Are you serious? You didn't think, hey, future husband, I'm a homewrecker, is relevant information?
That is so unfair. That's why I didn't tell you. Right there is because I knew that you would sit there and judge me.
So what's next for you? Like, what are your goals as a producer?
I want to keep producing. We have another film in the works. It's a little bit more of a lighthearted romantic comedy, which is a bit more exciting to film. You know, Evergreen is an incredible film, and I'm so lucky to have worked on it, but I think the next step is to work on something that's a little bit more lighthearted and, you know, a little bit more exciting. Of course, some short films and stuff to, you know, keep me busy along the way, especially with working on Evergreen and that being my first feature film to produce. I've definitely realized that this is something that I want to keep doing for the rest of my life.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you all of the best of success.
Thank you.
I think you just are headed in such a great direction.
Yeah.
And I love seeing young women getting out there and telling stories that depict women in all of their complexities, but also part of this film was the interaction of both of them and his demons and her demons, and it
Right.
didn't make either one of them really the demon. It made a great show of how those relationships are intertwined and
Right.
how we support each other and stuff. So I wish you all the best of success in your
Thank you so
producing career.
much. Oh my gosh, thanks.
Well, thank you, and that's it for this episode of Dialogue, and we'll see you next time.